scrum. Bruins try by Sergio Rocchia. Conversion kick good by Ewan Latimer. Bruins 7, UCSB 0.
Okay, go ahead and give it a try.
Okay, test. Hi, this is Jeremy Ognall joining you at UCLA Wallis Annenberg Field. Sorry, we had some technical issues at the beginning of the match. We're now caught up, so hopefully you can hear me clearly. Look forward to a great day today. UC Santa Barbara at UCLA. Should be a real barnstormer. Great start. UC Santa Barbara really went off down the pitch really fast, moving the ball well. Unfortunate turnover just outside the 22. And then UCLA with a big clearance, and they're able to punch one in up 7-0 now. But once again, UC Santa Barbara in a good attacking position inside UCLA's 22. See what they can do with the ball. They move it out the back, trying to move it to the edge. Inside center, just as in the last break. Nice breakthrough by number 12 this time. Last time it was number 13. UCLA staying tight on side, but a loose pass there by Santa Barbara. Once again, turnover inside of UCLA 22. It will be a long day for the Gauchos if they keep those turnovers in the 22 after doing such great work. So UCLA now has a chance to clear their lines. Decent clearance, but didn't find touch, and UC Santa Barbara looking to split to the edge of the field, looking for some space. Looks like they have it. The hooker moves it on to the wing, goes into contact, but is able to retain possession. And once again, a really good attacking platform for the Gauchos. Oh, Ted, really nice step inside there. They've got some really good phase play going on here, the Gauchos. They'll be happy with that. If they can just retain possession, they can really, cause a threat at this Santa Barbara line. Once again, they're just on the edge of the 22, getting into their shape, looking for an attack here. Oh, we're looking for the cross kick here, kick pass. It looks as though it's a little bit too deep, and the UCLA winger is able to hold on to it and retain possession. So I think a really good idea there by Santa Barbara, but UCLA had the coverage to get back and deal with the danger. And then a massive boot clearance all the way down into Santa Barbara's 22, which is what we saw earlier in the match too. Santa Barbara just happy there to clear their lines, and it will be a line out there to UCLA just outside of the Santa Barbara 10-meter line. Very fast start. I've got a blow on the whistle here. It looks like we've got a man down here for UCLA, so everyone can breathe. A bit of frenetic start, but some nice rugby by both teams so far. Well, we have a break in the action. Do want to recognize TVX Video, who bring us the production today. Again, apologies for the small technical glitch at the beginning, but we are able to get back live. TVX Video is renowned for unbelievable rugby production, not just in Southern California, but across California and all across the great United States. So we look forward to more TVX Video going forward. And now I have a UCLA line out, as I say, just outside the 10 meter of the Gauchos. UCLA once again pressing onto the left side, tries a little grubber kick through, nothing coming through for them. The possession will be retained by the Gauchos, who once again looking to move down towards the UCLA end of the pitch. With some good hard running and some really good support play currently. Once again moving the ball wide, some nice handling there, step back inside by 13. Looks like the Gaucho centers love that inside step, and it's been effective for them so far. Got a switch of play here. We're coming back to the big boys in the middle. Ooh, a loose pass there. We won't be happy with that. But clean up again by the Gaucho center. Once again, possession is turned over, and UCLA has a great opportunity to strike here on a disrupted defense. And the 9 puts up a really nice box kick and chase. And they've got numbers chasing this ball from UCLA, who retain possession. They move the ball through the hands to number 7, the open side flanker. Strong carry there, retains possession. Now they're coming back the other way. Another big ball carrier there, and the guy is through. Number 6, the blindside flanker there, almost untouched. Made it too easy for UCLA. Puts them up 12-0 with the conversion to come. And a fortunate bounce, but after a great box kick by the UCLA scrum half, leads to a score. And Santa Barbara will be gathering under the post and talking about what they need to do to stop giving away possession, because 2 giveaway possessions have resulted in 12 points and likely another 2 points to come. Kick is up and good. Makes the score 14 to UCLA. The Bruins up 14-0 over the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos. Just 8 minutes into this game. Here's the replay. You see the bounce. It was good follow on by the scrum half. Good carry here by 7 into 2 bodies. Decides not to make the pass. And then it's just through the hands to the number 6. He barrels over a couple of Santa Barbara defenders, Gaucho defenders, and there's a score, 14-0. Kickoff is knocked on by UCLA, so we have the Santa Barbara possession here with a knock-on advantage. Playing again, looking to move the ball through the hands, out the back here, going through the hands of the centers again. 12 and 13 pairing nicely, another step by 13. Those two are really look like dangerous runners. If they could just, 9 tries a little snipe. Luckily the pillar stayed intact there for UCLA to be able to haul him down. Looked like a promising attack. But they do retain possession, being patient with it currently. Solid hit there by the UCLA. I didn't get a number on that. I think it was number 6, but really solid collision, putting some pressure on the Gauchos, who do retain possession. Again, they're still moving the ball. They're not really going anywhere. UCLA's press defense is coming up really hard and causing them some problems. So they won't mind the fact that the Gauchos have got possession because they're happy with the way they're defending. And looks like we have a turnover opportunity here, which we do. No support runners. UCLA gets over the ball, gets the penalty right on halfway. And so they'll have a chance to put the ball deep into Gaucho territory here for another attacking option. So really nice defense leading to a turnover there by the Bruins. I'm sure that Harry Bennett will be very happy with that phase of play. Kick's a decent one, doesn't get a huge amount of territory, but it will be an attacking line out for UCLA, about 10 meters outside of the, oh, actually it's coming back a little bit more, so about 15 meters outside of Santa Barbara's 22. So not a great kick to touch, but they did retain possession, so they do have a platform at least to attack. They're able to hold onto the ball, go into a maul shape, not defended by Santa Barbara. So the ball's moved on to the number 8. A nice strong carry again by the 8-man with some good support here. Now they've moved inside of the 22. They're looking threatening once more. Their big ball carriers are really causing some damage. Runner released the ball, didn't hold on to it. They're moving the ball out to the edge. Very, very slick handling by UCLA. Nothing fancy, but they're playing a very solid game. They do have penalty advantage here. The arm is out. And once again, they're relying on their big heavies to do some damage and to be able to now look for opportunities a little bit wider. Another strong carry, better defense here by the Gauchos. The defensive line looks like it's in decent shape. But the UCLA moves the ball out, and then a beautiful cut back inside there. Just one step back inside, and the fullback there for UCLA is able to go in untouched. A beautiful step. It was just clean hands, step back inside, under the post. And he's making the fly half's job very easy with the 2 points to come. You know, if you're a betting man, you'd be saying it'll be 21-0 to the Bruins in about 30 seconds or less. Wait for the conversion to come, and then we should have a quick replay. There's the conversion. It's up and good. Very simple for 10 fly half from UCLA. 21-0. Looks like he's going into the huddle. Maybe saying hi to some of his old mates.
Conversion's good.
21-0 UCLA.
21, UCSB 0.
And if you look here again, hands little tight, looked for the edge, and then just step back, and some lazy runners there by the Gauchos that UCLA's fullback was able to exploit. Got it down under the post, made it look easy in the end. But UCSB has to get a little bit more organized in defense. They've got to keep their shape. They've got to keep their gaps. They're not aligned, and they're getting exposed as a result after some good UCLA play. Nice deep kick, but it looks as though it's going straight into touch. So it'll be a choice here for the Bruins. Looks like they're going back to midfield for the scrum. And what a great attacking platform they have here. Santa Barbara already struggling to get grip in this game, and a kick like that just deflates the team even more, puts them on the back foot. And so there need to be some significant adjustments right now in the Gaucho ranks in order to make this any sort of a contest. Scrum goes down. Oh, he's actually penalized. It looks like he's penalized the loose head here for the Bruins for not holding his bind. So the Gauchos actually get a possibility here. They get a penalty right on halfway, and they'll be looking to put the ball deep into Bruin territory, which they do. Really nice kick. So about 5 meters inside of the Bruins 22 now, with a really good attacking platform that they must take advantage of. You know, we're still early in the game, but the reality is, you know, any more of a gap here in this game could really get away from the Gauchos fast. Line out wasn't that clean, but they get the ball back in the fly half's hands. He's looking to move it to the edge again. There's the center once more with the back inside pass. UCLA's defense looks like it's pressing up pretty hard. It could be a bit exposed on the edge here. An over the top ball. Nice ball to the hooker, but again, great defense, you know, pinning them back. But they do retain possession, and they're still moving the ball through. Once again, they try that little grubber kick, which just isn't working for them. The Bruins are able to get possession, and a big clearance kick here. The ball has gone all the way down inside the 22 again, and the the Gaucho fullback will clear it. Nice clearance up to just over halfway, which is great clearance. But once again, the Gauchos just need to hold on to the ball, be a little bit more patient in attack, set up some of their strike runners, and take advantage of those possibilities, because these little dink kicks that they're putting through, that's two of them that have not worked, leading to turnover possession. And again, as I said a minute ago, they can't afford any more turnovers. 15 minutes in, we have 21-0, and we have a UCLA. Here we go again. Fly half trying a little dig through. Good clearance, by the Bruins, but just don't give them the ball. It's just a big mistake. And now we have another attacking possibility with the big strike runners from the Bruins. We really seem to be playing this part of the game well. They're definitely causing some damage. Now they move it back to the other side. It looks like they've got some space here if they can just move it through the hands. One more set of hands. And once again, is he able to go in? Yes, he is. The fullback can't get across. And it's another dot down for the Bruins. Very simple rugby. Couple of strike runners, big boys running, and move the ball out to the edge, just through the hands. And he's in under the post, but untouched for a 26-0 with a kick to come. The only thing is they made a slightly harder kick than the last three. But if you look at this here, good breakdown. The defense is at, all sorts of missed opportunities there. And it's just, 3 men on 2, 2 men on 1 that UCLA are taking advantage of every time. Again, Harry Bennett will be happy with that, but I will tell you that the Gauchos have really got to clean up the defense. It's 26-0, kick to come, and we're only 16 minutes into this half, ladies and gentlemen. The kick is no good, so it will remain 26-0. It slides out to the right. We'll come back to halfway for a Gaucho kick. The first job here is to keep this ball in play, not keeping it straight in touch like he did last time. Make it something competitive that they can get some ball carriers going after, get some possession, stay down UCLA's end, and hold on to the ball for a little while. Don't be too frantic. Right now they're very frantic. They're giving away too many possessions, and the scoreboard shows it. Kick is up and good. Oh, it's actually tapped back here by the Gauchos, but he's saying no, didn't go 10 in this case. So now we come back to another midfield scrum. UCLA possession. Hopefully the loose head will keep his bind here and be able to get them platform going forward. But once again, after 2 quick scores and then 2 quick turnovers off the kick afterwards, is just the death knell for this Gaucho team. You can see some smiles on some of these UCLA faces. They don't want to put this one in the bag too soon, but they're definitely in control. Now this scrum goes down, and this one actually goes to the Bruins' favor. They go a quick tap, actually. It was against the tight head in this case from the Gauchos, the opposite of last time. Now they're looking to move the ball out of their 22. 10 with nice little kick over the top. He's chasing it, but once again UCLA's back with numbers, able to retain possession, and now they have an opportunity to move the ball again through their big ball carriers' hands just inside of their half. Again, strong carries here, good ruck being set up, looking for a clearance kick here. Obviously not looking for touch, at least not direct. The ball goes all the way through. It actually goes almost to the try line, but the fullback decides to clear it from his end. Again, he's got a really nice foot. He has, put a lot of meat into that, but the Bruins go quickly from the line out because nobody was chasing that kick. They're moving the ball out again through the fullback's hands. He's tackled well, but he's able to release the ball, get back to his feet and play it. And now they're able to retain possession. Looking again, here they go with their big boys, looking for the carries. Nice tight pod here, the lock going in, supported by his second row teammate. Again, some loose tackling there, puts him 5 meters out. And again, another big carry into number 6. Much better defense there by the Gauchos, but they are really under pressure here as the Bruins look to go back up the middle and absorb some of the numbers in close, looking for an opportunity to potentially move the ball wide once more. Right now they're keeping it tight. They're only about a meter short of the goal line. Little pick and jam here. Oh, that was loose there by UCLA. the lock picked it up, little pop pass, his teammate knocks it on, and the Gauchos can actually breathe a sigh of relief. There is a knock on there. Now the Gauchos will have a 5-meter scrum. Their possession, but obviously very close to their try line. They'll be looking for a really solid platform here, getting the ball out, maybe an 8-man pick to give them some space, or if not, 9 to 10, and 10 looking to clear. So let's see what they do, hopefully after winning this scrum. Scrums go down again, and this time the decision goes against the Bruins. This time it's against number 1 for folding in. So we've had 3 scrums there, of which the Gauchos have benefited twice. Once they lost against their tight head, but 2 against the UCLA loose head, and they're able to clear their lines just outside of their 22. So the scrums are a little bit messy right now, so both coaches will be looking at this and saying, what do we need to do to get a better platform at the scrum? It's such a good attacking opportunity, and they need to be able to take advantage of it. There's a steal by the Bruins there at the line out just outside the 22. Once more possession coming to the Bruins. Nice big carry there by the tight head. Really doing some damage, penetrating there. Now they're moving the ball through the hands. Some good press-up defense there by the Gauchos. Their numbers do look to be a little bit disheveled, though. There's some opportunity out wide with the ball over the top here. Going to the Bruin winger, steps out inside, outside, retains possession just inside the 22. They haven't gone far, but they've got possession, and their philosophy of running their big boys into the middle is still paying off for them. Now we're looking at moving the ball out a little bit wider. Again, better press defense there. The center came up, but he falls off the tackle. And what a strong carry there by the Bruins. Soft tackle, strong carry leads to them being about 10 meters from the line. Looks like there's no releasing there of a tackle player. We have a penalty here to the Bruins, about 10 meters from the Gaucho line, about 15 meters in, and they're not going for points. It looks as though they're trying to rub it in here, put the kick to touch. We'll now have a 5-meter attacking line out. Already up 26-0. 22 minutes into this half. There's a lot of good things happening for the Bruins. A lot of readjustments need to be made, especially on the defensive side for the Gauchos to be able to hang in there. Line out is clean take, drops down, fakes them all, goes himself. No defense to it at all. He goes in again, basically untouched, right through the forwards. A very, very simple score from UCLA there. That will put them up 31-0 with the conversion to come. And you won't see many easier tries than that for a forward. Fairly difficult kick here for the fly half of the Bruins. Take a look at that, and I'm sure we'll be able to take the TVX video replay and see exactly how simple that was for UCLA to put another 5 points on the scoreboard. The kick is unsuccessful, 31-0. Gauchos 24 minutes in, will be their kick. Looks like they're huddling to try and come up with some adjustments they need to make to be competitive. Here we go again. Very simple line out throw here. We're going to go to number 4 in the middle. Strong lift here. Oh, he actually comes to the front. It's a strong lift. There's a little bit of a contest. He turns, and the Gaucho defenders just turn away. They turn their backs to him, and it makes it very easy. Again, that UCLA number 4 will not get many simpler tries than that. So 31-0, and here we go again with the Gauchos. It's a better kick, but it does end up in the Bruins' hands just outside of their 10. They'll be looking to get away, create some space here. There is a knock on there, so we'll have an advantage here. The Gauchos can keep playing from that knock on by the Bruins. Ball's a little bit slow, looking to move the ball out the back. Goes actually through the props' hands, we're looking to move to the edge again. Number 13 carries again. It looks like he's a good carrier, but he keeps carrying into contact, and that's going to be a problem. And the pressure around the ruck from UCLA is really causes some problems. Looks like we're going back. I have to see what the referee's called here. Looks like we are going back for some sort of an infraction. Let's see. Oh, he's come back to the. I think he's come back to the original knock-on for no advantage. So right on the Bruin 10-meter line, 15 meters in, and the Gauchos will have an attacking scrum. I think the referee's having a quick word there with both the loose head and from UCLA and the tight head from the Gauchos saying clean it up. Right now it's 2-1 to the Gauchos. Let's see what's happened on this next engage. Looks like they're solid on the crouch. Not the best body position, but UCLA putting some pressure. We've actually got a clean ball one here. Once again, looking to move the ball out the back, moving the ball to the edge, ball to the floor by the Gauchos. Easily defended by UCLA. Needs to stay onside here. Once again, coming back, looking for 8-man carry. Doesn't have a lot of room. He's turned over again. Looks like by his opposite number there. Great, steal by the UCLA 8. Just outside their 10. And once again, we've got some big ball carriers moving the ball through. Nice little kick over the top if it's able to stay in. And puts the Gauchos. The Gaucho fullback fumbles the ball a little bit. Tries a kick, but it goes just back in field. And his teammates are all offside. So UCLA is able to retain possession here. And once more have a strike opportunity. Looks as though they're moving the ball to the left edge here. Through the fly half's hands. He sees the gap. He's outside of the loose head, inside of number 23, and he goes in. Once again, theme of the day, fairly untouched, making it 36-0 with a much more simple conversion to come. And once again, the Gauchos being their own worst enemies there. They made their own mistakes. Fullback fumbled the ball near his goal line, tried a clearance kick right back to the middle of the pitch. His teammates are all offside, so none of them can play it. UCLA picks it up, and very quickly we have the 36-0 score. Sean Neil Foote, the Santa Barbara coach, will be taking a look at all of these and seeing what mistakes are being made, what they can clean up. We've still got about 13 minutes till halftime, but some significant adjustments will need to be made. That conversion is up and good, makes it 38-0. UCLA breathing fairly comfortably so far here at UCLA Stadium, Wallis, Annenberg. See on the replay here, good possession here. Move the ball to the 10. He sees a gap outside of the tight head, inside of the number 23, who couldn't close that gap, and a very simple score. Seems to be fairly much the theme of the day. And Santa Barbara once again kicking off for I think it's the 6th time. Well taken though in the air by the Gauchos. They've actually got a platform here just outside the 22. It's a beautiful kick and kick chase there, and they're able to move the ball through. 12 is under pressure and gives a loose pass, and then it's knocked on again. Looks like that was by his outside center teammate, the number 13. So UCLA didn't really have to provide much defense there at all. It was, all of their own doing for Santa Barbara, and we'll have a UCLA scrum just inside of their half, but a very good attacking platform, already very comfortably up on the scoreboard. Look at this play again. So it's a poor pass actually to the inside center, but he goes backwards, and then while he's under pressure, tries to give it to his teammate. Loose pass, loose hands, and the result is now another UCLA possession. And once again, looking to clear their lines. Nice big kick. We could have a 50-22 here, and the arms go up in the stand. It looks as though he has called a 50-22. It's hard to see. Camera doesn't quite get us into that corner, but all indications were from the fans, the UCLA fans, that was a 50-22, and it was indeed. So now they have an attacking line out 5 meters from the Gaucho line. College rugby nowadays, you don't see many 50-22s, but what a powerful play it is, and well executed by the Bruins. Clean line out take, set up the maul shape, looking to drive it forward. The ball is at the back of the maul with the hooker. They're making some penetration. Looks like there's some gaps there. He goes and he's able to dot it down. Once more, try UCLA. That makes the score 43-0 with the conversion to come. Some clinical rugby by the Bruins. Some very questionable rugby on both sides of the ball right now by Santa Barbara, who are definitely a much better team than this. And we want to see some better things from the Gauchos as they move forward. There we have a quick look at Harry Bennett, the UCLA coach, with his little daughter getting some sunscreen. It's a gorgeous day, probably in the low to mid 70s here at UCLA Stadium. So he's looking after his little girl while his team is looking after what they need to on the pitch. Good on you, Harry. Sets his feet, kick slides left, remains 43-0, just over 30 minutes into this match.
Bruins try 43-0.
And once again, from the 50-22, really clean line out take, good maul setup, good drive forward, straight back to the hooker at the back, which is usually how good mauls work. 9 supporting him, and then he just drives his legs through. He's able to make one more move before the line. It's not counted as a double move. And as a result, it's 43-0. And once again, another conversion. Santa Barbara knocks it, but UCLA is able to take it and retain possession just outside of their 10. Once again, big ball carrier causing some problems, tied on the right-hand side of the pitch here. Carry there by the 9 to retain possession. And they're going to keep doing the same thing. They set up their attacking pods really nicely. Now it looks like they have a pod off 10, which again, they're able to gain a few meters, but most importantly, hold on to possession. Santa Barbara player needs to roll out of the way. He doesn't, so advantage is given. Once again, kicking through, looking for space. Again, a difficult bounce for the oh my goodness. Oh, we're actually coming back. So the referee obviously didn't see the advantage there from that. So it's going to be a Bruin possession. Looked like it was going to be another very simple score, but it's come back to halfway to the UCLA fly half, looking to penetrate deeper into the Santa Barbara half of the field inside the 22. And that's a massive boot. Looks as though it puts him about 7 or 8 meters from the Santa Barbara line, with UCLA possession, actually down to the 5 meters. So last play was 5 meters from a 50-22. Now we have 5 meter line out from, we're actually taking the scrum because of the knock on. They had a choice here, either take line out or take the knock on by the fullback. They've taken the scrum as a better attacking platform, and they'll be looking to probably get a nudge on here, then looking to move the ball through their hands, use some of their dangerous runners out wide. Set up in a very standard back line, 10, 12, 13 with 15 ready to pounce. It's a good drive off the back of the scrum, getting closer and closer. We've got a penalty here against Santa Barbara in the scrum, and we're going to come back to the penalty. Looks like we've got standing up. Quick tap here by the Bruins. He's held up short by the defense. They were able to retreat behind the try line, but they do retain possession here. Another strong carry using their big ball carriers, and this time I believe it's the tight head that comes through. Strong carry. Santa Barbara wasn't able to get low enough defensively, and they will be very happy for that score. Still with about 7 minutes left in the half. It makes it 48-0 with the fairly straightforward conversion to come, and we could see 50 points on the board. If you look at this again, it's just, we've got to pick up at the base of the ruck, strong carry. Once again, there's the tight head with another pickup. We have 3 or 4 Santa Barbara defenders in his way, but they don't get low enough, and he's able to carry it over and dominate the contact area. And with that kick to come, it looks as though, the kick is good. Makes it 50-0, 50 points with 34 minutes into the first half. It's fairly easy walk in the park right now for the Bruins, and we really want to see a reaction from Santa Barbara. There's still plenty of time in this game. I'm not saying they're going to come back and win this game, but what I am saying is they need to build some momentum, work on some of the stuff they worked on the training pitch, and be able to build some momentum going into their next match, because this has to be fairly depressing for them so far. Once again, from the kickoff, we have a UCLA possession. It's knocked on though, it's double knock on. It was knocked on first by the Bruins, so it will come back to Santa Barbara. It will be there put in, basically halfway between the 22 and the 10 on UCLA's side of the pitch. The scrum is really under pressure here. UCLA scrum really taking it to the Gauchos. They're able to turn it over. A nice tight head scrum, by the Bruins there. Now they're looking to move the ball again to the edge. There goes their fullback. He's got some wheels. He's through, a half gap. They are able to pursue him, hold on to him at the breakdown. Once again, the big ball carriers. Nice offload there by the open side flanker. He's already scored a great try. He's shown really well today. And once again, now we have an attacking platform right on the 22, looking to move the ball out the back, through the hands. Oh, it's knocked on by the Gauchos. I think we're going to see a card here. Most likely, let's see if the ref goes to his pocket, and he does. He had no possibility of intercepting that ball. He had one hand up in the air, and that's going to be penalized every time. So not only is it a penalty to the Bruins, if you watch this again, they move the ball nicely through the hands. You can see the number 11 coming up there. He has no chance of catching that, and he actually even slaps the ball down. Easy decision for the referee. And UCLA, not only gets to take the penalty and put the ball into touch, about 15 meters from the Santa Barbara line. But Santa Barbara has to play the rest of this half, and early in the second half, down a man because of a mistake by their left winger. Again, a patient build-up here by the Bruins. Nice attacking maul. Back at the hooker at the back of the maul. He goes to ground. He's actually been called. There's a penalty again against Santa Barbara, I think, for coming in at the side at the maul. And once again, they're just moving the ball through the hands, hitting out wide to the left wing. And he's going to have enough pace and momentum to be able to dot it down in the corner. And that will make it 55 to UCLA and unfortunately 0 to the Santa Barbara Gauchos. Referee rightfully earned some water there. He's been doing a lot of running following these Bruin attackers. So thirsty, as I say. It's a warm day here. It's crazy how beautiful the weather here is in Southern California. We do feel for many parts of the country that are suffering under fairly significant storms from Dallas all the way to North Carolina to DC and to Pennsylvania, where my son Ryan lives. They're expecting 2 feet of snow tomorrow, and we've got 70-degree temperatures here in Southern California. How blessed are we? Really nice conversion there by the Bruins from the left edge. Makes it 57-0, 38 minutes, and it looks as though the referee has seen enough. We're only 38 minutes in, but he has called for half. So the Bruins will head over to the left side to meet with Harry Bennett and the coaching staff and discuss, things from the first half, what they could do better in the second half to execute. Obviously, the scoreboard is not a factor for them. And the Gauchos trudge off to our right to meet with Neil Foote, and I'm sure Footy will have some very direct words for his team, who need to produce a much better approach, better attacking approach, better defensive approach in the next 40 minutes, as I say, just to build some momentum for the balance of the league season. So at halftime here at Wallis Annenberg Stadium, this is Jeremy Ognall, and we have 57-0 Bruins over the Gauchos. And once again, thanks to TVX Video for this amazing coverage. We'll take a short break. Well, welcome back to the second half, ladies and gentlemen, at Wallis Annenberg Stadium. We have a 57-0 score at the first half. Santa Barbara in possession, looking to clear our lines a little bit. Good, decent kick chase there by Santa Barbara, and they're able to hold on to possession. And this is something they desperately need. They just haven't been able to build any momentum. Right now, they've got a good carry on the right-hand side, but a lot of work to do. But the biggest thing they need to do is realize that they can't win this game, in the next play, but they need to just win some possessions, build some continuity, and see what some of their strike runners can do, which they haven't been able to do for the first 40. And just as a reminder, they are still playing a man down, the Gauchos. Their left wing was sent off, so I think we probably have about 5 or 6 minutes of this half while they'll be playing with 14 men. One of the things that I'm noticing with the Gauchos is they seem to have very one-off runners. They're not running. Having said that 10 makes a beautiful cut through. He's not supported. He tries a little grubber, but the UCLA cover defense is so good. They came back really aggressively and were able to get back inside their 22. And the biggest thing that I would say, for the Gauchos is that 10 made a beautiful play there, but then tries to use his foot instead of just relying on his athleticism and relying on his teammates' ability to support him. And so they go from a very good attacking opportunity to giving possession away, and UCLA can breathe for a second, clear their lines to be between 22 and 10 meter. It will be a Gaucho line out, but an opportunity lost there, I feel, for the Gauchos. Looks like the line out wasn't straight, but the referees allowed it, and possession now turned over by the Bruins. Their scrum half puts up another deep kick with a very awkward bounce. Everyone knows the rugby ball is not round, and they're under pressure inside the 22. 10 gets the kick away, but doesn't look as though he's going to make it into touch. And now we have a really good counter-attacking opportunity for the UCLA fly half. Steps back inside, comes back to the weak side where he was from. He literally has run through 7 or 8 loose tackles by the Gauchos, goes back to one of his locks, who are big carriers, been successful all day, and now just 5 meters out, they have an opportunity. 9 fakes one way, goes to the left. They've got plenty of opportunities on this left-hand side. Oh, they tried to overcomplicate it there. UCLA could have gone in untouched, but it looks like the outside center tried to a little bit too much finesse there, and the ball is knocked on. And even though you're up 57-0, you're still giving away a great opportunity for another 5 to 7 points. So that's something that UCLA will be disappointed with, despite the score on the board. Now we have a scrum for the Gauchos, about 8 meters from their goal line, 5 meters from their goal line. So obviously the good news for them is it's their possession. The bad news is they're 95 meters from the Bruin line with a lot of work to do. Once again, their scrum is under huge pressure. It comes out to the 9. He gives it back to the fly half, who's able to clear his lines. Gets a decent kick just outside the 22, it looks as it's going to be. But now we have a UCLA line out in a very good attacking position, which really seems to have been the story of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Waiting here for the line out. Looks like they're going to the number 4 again. Not a great throw, but the 4 takes it. They acted like they were setting up a maul, but it comes right off the back. Strong carry there, just inside the 22. Once again, they'll be moving the ball. We go from the lock into the hooker's hands. He gets the ball cleanly to the floor. Not really much of a defensive threat here right now by the Gauchos. UCLA moving the ball comfortably, shipping it through the hands. There goes the outside center with a strong carry. Much better decision than trying the offload. Just carried into contact. Sets up the next ruck. Sets up the next possession. Very thematic for them. Big ball carriers doing a lot of damage. Looks as though they're setting up to the blind side here with the pod they are. But 10 goes out. Oh, but it's a loose pass. And the Santa Barbara 10 had it with acres in front of him, and he knocks the possession on. So from 10 to 10, not really intended, but a turnover once again by the Gauchos, which will give UCLA attacking ball about 15 meters from the Gaucho line. While we wait for the scrum to set up, we want to talk a little bit about TVX Sports Video. TVX Sports Video has been covering sports in Southern California and around the country for nearly 20 years, and we are committed to bringing you the best live, local, and emerging sports coverage. TVX Video. Scrum collapses, and once again it's going against the Bruin tight head. He's now had 3 penalties against him for collapsing, which will be disappointing. He's got to look at his body position, got to look at his foot position, keep better contact, because again, even though they're up big time, there's a loose kick, doesn't find touch, and once again here come the Bruins. We'll talk more about the scrum in a second. Move the ball through the hands to the left winger. He's got plenty of space. There is some good coverage by Santa Barbara, but he does make really good ground, 15-20 meters. Once again, another big ball carrier coming through the middle, sucking in the Santa Barbara defenders, and there's too many defenders trying to play the ball on the floor, and it becomes an attacking penalty to the Bruins for playing the ball on the ground, which we all know rugby's a game that's to be played on your feet, and in this case the Gauchos didn't do it and they're dinged for it, and once again they'll be putting the ball deep into the Santa Barbara 22-meter area. Oh, it's all the way down to the 5 meters. So a good clearance kick. Maybe the refs bringing it back a little bit. Maybe it's 8 meters. Still a good penalty kick for the Bruins. Puts in touch, attacking line out. Wouldn't be surprised if they're going to number 4 again here. He's been doing it all day, and there they do. They set up the maul here. The maul is collapsed, but the referee deemed that it was brought down by the Bruins, who then knock it on in contact. And so once again, here we were a couple of minutes ago. It's a Gaucho scrum, 5 meters from our line, opportunity to clear. So let's see if they can get a better scrum, better clearance in this case. For those of you watching at home, show your support for this match. Your support helps to keep live streams like this one free to watch on YouTube. You can show your support by dropping a super chat during the broadcast or by joining the TVX Sports Video membership program. Every donation goes towards supporting live, local, and emerging sports. And we're back at the action here. The Gauchos looking to clear their lines about 8 meters from their own try line. The fly half will be looking to put some depth on this kick just so they can breathe a little bit, which he does. Nice clearance kick out to the right touch line. And the Bruins will have an attacking line out, looks like around the 10-meter line of the Gauchos. This half hasn't really shown much momentum so far. A little bit of back and forth, a lot of turnover of possession, not nearly as clinical as the first half, which will make the Gauchos happy, but the Bruins will be disappointed with how they've started, the first 8 minutes of this second half. Again, especially considering that they played most of them with a man up. So there's some cleanup required by the Bruins to get back into their pattern, play a little more cohesively, and try and put some more points on the board. On the opposite side of the pitch, the Gauchos will be happy that they haven't conceded anything else, but at the same time, they're still almost under the shadow of their goalposts, so they've got a lot of work to do. And here goes number 4. If my bets are accurate, let's see. And it is a nice clean take. They do set up the maul once more to the back. Peels off at the back. Good strong carry there. Another loose forward coming off the back there. Again, strong carries, just punching holes in this Gaucho defense. Gauchos are very narrow in the defensive shape. Once more, a big ball carrier driving forward, moves well inside the 22 for the Bruins. Another great attacking opportunity. Fly half steps back inside, steps through contact, couple of loose tackles again. They're able to retain possession, moving the ball now to the left side of the pitch. There's the lock. Oh, nice offload to the hooker, who then makes an offload, it looks like to the inside center, number 12, I believe it is. Yes, it is. And just 2 quick offloads there. And the Bruins finally got some continuity that we just talked about a minute ago and are able to put it down, making it 62-0 with almost 50 minutes up on the clock. If you look at this as well, there was some good penetrating runs. The 10, little step back inside. Again, loose tackles there. Nobody really puts a shoulder on him. He's able to get, good possession at the ruck. There we go with our big ball carriers. Little off-road out the back to the hooker, to the 12. The 12, loose contact there by a couple of gauchos, and he's able to dot it down. Good rugby, fairly straightforward rugby that they'll be very happy about. And that makes, with the conversion that's good, it makes it 64 to UCLA and nothing so far to Santa Barbara. Looking forward to Santa Barbara getting down to the Bruins end of the field and putting something in just to give them a little bit of momentum and build their mood a little bit. I'm sure they're fairly deflated by what's happened over the last 50 minutes. Santa Barbara kicking off here to the left side of the pitch. Nice high kick. Well taken there. There's that number 4 again from the Bruins. He's got to be in consideration for the man of match. And then look at this breakout. I believe that's his lock partner with a huge charge. Another punch up the middle. There goes the scrum half looking for more. Back to the number 4. He's everywhere today. Once again, good platform. Moving the ball. 10 looking for space. Oh, we got a little bit narrow there, but he's able to bump off a tackler and hold it. They lost a bit of momentum, but they're still moving the ball really well. Fullback, nice incisive runner, keeping the ball alive, keeping a little continuity. And you could tell we've got a lot of fatigue here by the Santa Barbara. We're not getting a lot of heavy hits, big collisions coming from the Gauchos. I think that the UCLA, especially the big boys up front, are definitely wearing on them and making it a very long day. Once more, we have, is that our number 4? I couldn't see, but it goes out to the hooker. Good cover tackle there by the fly half. Hooker's able to retain possession. There goes the inside center who just scored last time. Good possession down. Goes back to the lock. He's half a meter short. They're penetrating every single time. They managed to hold him up. They're still half a meter short. In tight confines here for the Bruins. Gaucho's very tight. There are some gaps that we can see here. If the Bruins can pick here, it's going to be a try, and there it is. Simple pickup. There he goes again, number 4. He is having quite the game. If I was sitting alongside a Will Hooley or an Alex Corbacero here, I'd be talking to them about the man of the match already, 52 minutes in. But since they're not with me, I will tell you right now, the number 4 from UCLA, unfortunately I don't have his name right now, but so far he is definitely my man of the match. He's doing everything on both sides of the ball. Conversion is up and good, makes it 71 to the Bruins and 0 to the Gauchos. When you consider the way this game has been going, the UCLA sequence of attack is very, very consistent. They know what their strengths are and they play to their strengths. They do most of their damage with their forward pods, big strong carries, 4, 5, 2, 6 are all strong carriers. And then when they need to move the ball through the hands, they do. But it's really their forwards who are dominating this game and controlling every aspect of it. Good clean take from the kick there. Looks like we've got a box kick coming from 9. He's got a nice foot, this kid. He puts it deep. Difficult bounce. And the fullback is it's actually the fly half who's back there, who's unable to take it. Once again, the ball bounces into touch, and we're going to have a attacking line out for the Bruins about 12 meters from Santa Barbara's line. Unfortunately for right now, no bounce is going Santa Barbara's way. No phase of play is going Santa Barbara's way. And UCLA are taking advantage of every opportunity they have. It's a poor line out throw there. It's cleaned up a little bit by the Gauchos, but they are under pressure. The kick is blocked. It's blocked by the Bruins, but it is knocked on. And now it will be a Bruins scrum 5 meters from the line. And if I had $1 for every time I've said Bruins 5 meters from the line, I would have a lot of dollars. And the production team from TVX Video would be having to pay it. So if you look at this replay, 9 goes back into 10, who's already under pressure. The kick is blocked, comes out to number 6, 5 meters from his line. He wasn't able to control it, knocks it on, attacking scrum. Scrum holds its shape. Ball moves 9 to 10, and then just a little out the back pass, decoy line by 12, out the back to 14. Really no defense there to stop him. Goes down under the posts. Very good, clinical, straightforward rugby by the Bruins. If you look at the replay here, again, it starts with a good platform, little bit of a wheel, but the 9 still has good possession. Moves the ball to 10, decoy runneth from 12, who 2 defenders, the 5 of 23 bite on, and out the back is the 14, untouched. Very simple conversion for the fly half here. 55.5 in, about to make it 78-0. And there he goes. 78-0, UCLA over Santa Barbara. I hope everyone's enjoying this coverage from Wallis Annenberg Stadium. Again, a beautiful day here in Southern California. Some great rugby, definitely by the Bruins. Santa Barbara with a lot of work to do just to put a bit of a performance together for the last 24 minutes. But beautiful day, great coverage, great production by TVX Sports Video. And this is Jeremy Ognall, excited to be with you for the next 24 minutes. Kick is up and high and good. And this one's actually not taken by the Bruins. It's knocked on, and Santa Barbara will have a midfield opportunity. Decent carry there. Oh, we've got a high tackle call there. That was against the number 6 from Santa Barbara. It was a high tackle, slipped up, bit of a seatbelt tackle. So they're able to put the ball deep into the Bruins 22. This is the first time that the Gauchos have been into the 22 in, I couldn't tell you when was the last time, to be honest with you. It's been a long day at the office for them. But now they do have a good attacking platform. Let's hope that whoever's calling the line out, it looks like they've got a reserve hooker on. The starting hooker stayed on the pitch, but the reserve hooker, number 16, is doing the throw-in and looking for clean possession here. Nice clean take off the top to the scrum half, out to 10. 10's looking for a little cross kick, little deep spiral there. It's gone, unfortunately, too deep for them. Bounces, goes into touch through the try zone. It will come out here, and it should be a 22-meter kick here to the Bruins with an opportunity to clear their lines. Bruins taking their time. No need to rush here, up 78-0. Get their team organized. Sure, this is a play they've practiced many times in practice here, Harry Bennett's team. Oh, he's gone a little bit deep, not making it contestable. Let's see what Santa Barbara can do on this counterattack. Moving the ball from right edge to the left edge. Then we have a kick from their fly half. To be honest with you, it's a kick to nowhere that the Bruins were able to recover. Their inside center, nice strong carry into the Santa Barbara half. And I think we'll probably see a little bit of rinse and repeat here. In this case, it's the number 14 who makes the carry. Now we go back to our forward pods, try and go out the back, but the ball's knocked on. Probably tried to get a little bit too clever there. Should have just moved from the pod, moved it out to the edge. But anyway, possession is given up, and the Gauchos will have possession just inside of the Bruin half. I would love to, if you look at the replay here, so decent carry there by the 14. That's not usually who you'd look for. 9 has good possession, tries to go out the back, throws it back inside of his fly half, and the turnover goes to the Gauchos. Again, just could be a little bit crisper, but right now we don't have much to complain about, do they? Scrum is solid. We're going to have a penalty here. Oh, we've got number 7. I think we've got number 7 for losing his bind there. So we'll have a penalty here to the Gauchos. They were under pressure there, but it is their possession. And they'll have an opportunity to put it to touch and hopefully get one more attacking opportunity. We're about to hit the 60-minute mark, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, a beautiful day here. Some great rugby, definitely some great rugby from the Bruins. And looking forward to seeing the Gauchos take their attacking opportunity, which they don't because the ball doesn't make touch and the Bruins are able to clear from their 22. It's a deep clearance back into the Gauchos' hands. Nice move out on the outside. The left wing, oh, he's the guy who had the yellow card, and he's got fresh legs. He's excited. He goes carving through the Bruin defense. Bruin defense is all 6s and 7s. Now they can move the ball through the hands out to, we've got the number 7, the open side flanker on the edge. He retains possession back inside to his lock. Good solid tackle, but good continuity, good possession. And the Bruins are penalized for not rolling away there. Quick tap. They haven't gone 10 meters. The fly half sees an opportunity to attack. But the 10 meters was allowed, so they still have possession. About 3 meters from the line. Loose pass goes to ground, but they still hold on to the ball. The Bruins are definitely pressuring them in defense here. There could be a turnover opportunity here. Beautiful counter ruck goes the Bruins' way. And now there's a penalty against the Gauchos. They got out-resourced at the ruck, and they get penalized for putting hands in the ruck. And once again, the Bruins will be able to breathe a sigh of relief and clear from their own about 8-meter line so they can breathe for a minute. Decent clearance kick there by the fly half, and we'll have a scrum here too. Not a scrum, I apologize. We have a line out here to the Bruins, right on their 10-meter line. And let's see what they decide to do. It looks like we've got some substitutions coming in. We've got number 18 coming in here for the Bruins. Probably someone's got a well-deserved rest. I don't see number 4 anymore, so I don't know if he's on the pitch. But if he's not, he deserved that break. Again, big boys, big carries. And the result is they get a really nice attacking platform. Going back to their 10, looking to put it deep and just keep pressure. And what a beautiful kick that is by the Bruin fly half. Beautifully weighted. No line out is formed. They go quickly. The referee's not allowing the quick one, I think because the ball had been touched by someone on the sideline, so you can't continue play. But nevertheless, the Bruins will have an attacking line out about halfway inside of the Gauchos' 22-meter line. We're 62 minutes in here, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm sure you can read the scoreboard, but 78-0. Nice high line out throw taken by the blindside flanker number 6. Once again, a peel off the back, which has been a theme of the day for the Bruins, which has been very successful for them. Now they're looking for a little bit of a pick and go into a tight forward pod. Again, some big ball carriers there. A lot of big bodies around this ball for the Bruins, looking to get low, looking to suck in the Gaucho defenders and see where their strike opportunity is. Again, once more, a strong carry. Gaucho defenders are a little high. Looks like he's held up a little bit short of the line, but still retaining possession. And he's able to dive over. Gravity definitely wins. And in that case, the Bruin attacking players were just so low and just so consistent in their attack, and they're able to dot the ball down. I don't see a number yet. Here we go. If you look at the replay, this is all just doing damage. Every single contact, they're doing damage. Set up a nice forward pod here. Nice leg drive there. Good support by the hooker. He's just a meter short, but look how narrow the defense is here, and look how low the Bruin attackers get. And there's just no opportunity to stop that guy from that distance. So very impressive score. And we have the conversion to come. I believe that was the tight head from the Bruins. Some of these angles are hard to see with my old eyes, as Will Hooley would say about me. But the try is good. Looks like the conversion is up and good.
UCSB
And
0.
we have a very one-sided rugby game on our hands. But just look at that view. Oh, the kick is not good, actually. The conversion wasn't good. My apologies. So it remains 83-0. But what a beautiful campus UCLA has, and what a great privilege it is for them to be able to play in a stadium like Wallis Annenberg. It truly is God's country here, and I hope they enjoy every minute they get to play on this pitch. Nice high kick. It's not claimed. Ball is loose. It goes out the back all the way into the Bruin 22. Their right wing cleans it up a little bit. He's had a lot of possession lately. They're able to set a platform. Looks though they're going to be able to clear their lines. Fly half does clear his lines. Doesn't make touch, goes back to his opposite number, opens it back to field number 11, who caused some problems last time, made a nice decision there to move the ball through his hands out towards the right-hand side of the pitch. It looks as though we might have a turnover here, and there is a turnover again at the breakdown. Just the bodies on bodies of the Bruins works more effectively. 15 with nice little step back inside. Good heavy hit, but they retain possession. The Santa Barbara defenders are very narrow here. You can see 7, 8, 9 defenders in the middle. And once again, I think they'll be happy to clear their lines and take a little bit of a breather. We go back to that number 11 there, who retains it. But it's a loose pass. And once again, the ball is knocked on by Santa Barbara. Very, very inconsistent ball handling today by the Gauchos, and they're definitely paying the price for that. If you look at the scoreboard, 85-0 to the Bruins, and now they still have another attacking platform. Yeah, going back to our last score, ladies and gentlemen, I thought we did have some substitutions coming in, which is well-deserved on a day like this and a performance like this. And it actually was the number 18 who came in and made that score. Normally, the 18 would be the reserve tight head. I'm not sure that he's playing that position. I'll take a look, but nice score by 18 anyway. Welcome to the match. Good attacking ball. They're moving the ball through the hands. I think we might be called there. No, we're not called for crossing. And UCLA looking to take advantage of the legs. Here goes the right wing, 14. He's had a lot of possession lately. Very, very athletic. And he's able to go in, dot the ball down. He is contacted right at the end, but manages to get the grounding done. Makes it 90-0, 66 minutes in, and we have a conversion to come. I will say it's very difficult, when you commentate on a game like this. All credit to Harry Bennett, his staff, the UCLA team, for putting on such an amazing performance. 90 points in 66 minutes is very impressive. But at the same time, you have to feel for the Gauchos. They drive down a couple of hours since Santa Barbara. I'm sure they had much bigger expectations of this match than they've been able to earn so far. And it has to feel very, very flat for them. So, I encourage them just to keep their chin up. We've all been on the ends of some significant beatings in our life, and the character of the man will come through on their next performance, I am sure. Well, a hushed silence there results in conversion. That's number 22. We've obviously made some more changes to the Bruins. That's the backup fly half for the Bruins. It looks like their starting 10 has probably taken a rest after a good day. If you look at this play again, maybe potential crossing there, but after that it was just through the hands and then just pure athleticism, pure speed by these guys. The defender stops his feet and 14's able to go outside. As a defender, you never want to stop your feet. He's able to go in, slightly contacted, but a great score, 92-0. And there's a mistake resulting. There was a knock on and the player was in front. So we will have a Santa Barbara penalty, about 30 meters from the Bruin try line. And Santa Barbara's 10, trying to put it deep and give him an attacking platform to at least put something respectable on the scoreboard. We've had a lot of really nice high kicks. This is good. It's contacted. He knocks it on, and then if you're in front of the player that knocks the ball on, you're not able to touch the ball. That's the result of the penalty. We do get a line-out win from here, and they're once again moving the ball to the edge. They're looking for that 13th throw gap. Great cover tackle there by the 8-man from the Bruins, whose defensive line seems to be really set up well. They haven't had to play a lot of defense here, and actually it was such a good hit that the ball is knocked on in contact, resulting in a UCLA scrum, which really seems to be the story of the day for these Santa Barbara Gauchos. So we're going to have a scrum down here. Lots of new numbers on the pitch right now. Obviously, the game is well in hand from a scoreboard standpoint. Gives some of your teammates an opportunity to play. Gives you an opportunity to rest your legs, not risk injury. Also gives some of these other players who are coming off the bench an opportunity to prove that they should be starting. Good solid scrum. Moves it out to the outside center. Just coming outside of his 22, it looks like. Ball's coming back to the fly half. I think that looks like a bit of a shank kick. It is. It goes back inland to the 7, moves the ball to the edge. Poor pass, though, by the open side flanker to this number 11, who definitely a dangerous runner, but their lock moves too close to the edge. It becomes a line out to the Bruins. You know, some basic fundamental rugby there by Santa Barbara. Unfortunately, they weren't able to take advantage of that possession. Once again, the Bruins will have the ball with less than 10 minutes to go in this match. Right below us, you can see Harry Bennett standing on the railing, watching his players, and sure very happy with everything he's seen today. Kicks charged down there by the number 9. Ball goes into touch. No, it doesn't go into touch. Actually, yes, it does. So it's been knocked on, though, by... Looks like the referee says it was knocked on by Santa Barbara. So we're going to come 15 meters in. It will be a scrum down. It will be a Bruin ball. Referee looking very sharp in his SoCal Griffins green and black there. Sure, he's having fun refereeing this game. A lot of running for him with so many scores on the board. But he's done a really nice job controlling the match, especially considering how one-way it's been. I think he's handled it very well. Good attacking platform here for the Bruins. They move the ball through the hands. The defense is up, very sharply by Santa Barbara. A little bit bunched, but they're able to stop this attack. But we still have the ball, in the Bruins' hands. They'll be going back to some of their forward runners again. The theme of the day, setting up a nice, tight pot off 9. Then we go back out to the fly half, looking to move the ball through the hands, looking for some opportunities. And unfortunately, there's a loose ball there, goes to ground. It's a turnover in Santa Barbara's failure. Santa Barbara's favor, excuse me. There's a nice run by Santa Barbara. They're not giving up on this game, I can tell you that. It's 92-0. It's really hard to stay motivated, but they are giving it, a good old college try. Unfortunately, right now, they're just outmanned. They still do retain possession, still looking to move the ball, looking to get it into number 11's hands again, which they do. Once again, a nice carry, but good defensive shape, good tackle. And it looks like we have a counter-ruck opportunity here for the Bruins. Are they able to turn the ball over? Yes, they are. They caterpillar over the ball. But then Santa Barbara rescues it, still back, but they're going back 5 meters under a lot of pressure from this Bruin defensive line. Good strong tackle there. Dumps the player, and Santa Barbara, unfortunately for them right now, even though they've got possession, just continue to be going backwards with all of the pressure from this front line of the Bruins. Nice skip pass there out to the hook on the edge. He goes through out to the right winger, and number 21 who's come in, he's corralled right on the edge there. Looks as though he's gone into touch. He flings the ball back inside, which was bit of a risky move, but it looks as though he'd already gone into touch, so it will result in a Bruin line out. Again, if you look at this play, we have a really nice skip pass there by the fly half out to the hooker. Really nice offload from the hooker to the winger there. The Bruin fullback comes across and just does enough to be able to bundle him into touch, resulting in a Bruin line out, which they take comfortably, and once again looking just to clear their lines a little bit. There's our outside center, number 13, with a good carry, causing a lot of stress on this defense for the Gauchos. There goes the scrum half again with his box kick right to the middle of the pitch. He won't be happy with that. Santa Barbara really having an opportunity here to counter. They put their own kick through. Nice kick, but retained by the Bruin right wing, able to pump the ball down the right side of field. We got a little bit of kick tennis here. Right now, it seems to be at sort of 50-50 or love all, I guess, in the kick tennis. Santa Barbara retaining possession, but once again, not able to really create any momentum. They're halfway between their 10 and their goal line, the halfway line. Retaining possession, moving the ball with a little bit of continuity, that's much better continuity, much better support running by the Gauchos. Now they have an opportunity to see if the Bruins have lost any defensive shape. Loose pass there. Luckily, it went to ground. The knock-on is not given by the referee. I think we have a forward pass there that should be called. And all of that is to naught. A lot of effort by the Gauchos. Unfortunately, not much clinical execution, and it results in another break in play with just under 5 minutes left in this match. If you look at this here, loose ball there. Bruin tried poaching it, didn't go to hand for him, but also didn't really go to hand for the 22 for Santa Barbara. Then we have a forward pass out onto the edge, and we'll come back, and it looks as though it's going to be a Gaucho. It's going to be a Gaucho attacking scrum just inside of UCLA's half. There's the number 18, the try scorer. He's come on and done a nice job for the Bruins. Looks like we've got a little bit of a water break opportunity. We do have 2 Gaucho players down on the pitch. But I'll tell you, it is a warm day. It's not a baking day, but it's a warm day, and these players have been doing a lot of running. Gauchos have been doing a lot of defending, a lot of tackling, and I'm sure it takes its toll. Looks like there's some cramping going on. Hopefully it's nothing worse than that. But we will have a break in the action. So very happy Bruin supporters there, Bruin bench. While we have a break, let's just reinforce that this production is brought to you by TVX Sports Video. TVX Sports Video has been covering sports in Southern California and around the country for nearly 20 years. And we are committed to bringing you the best live, local, and emerging sports coverage. You can hear the set call coming from the referee. Solid scrum. Gauchos look to go weak. Oh, and it's a loose pass from 9 to 11 that's picked up by the number 9. Oh, back inside ball, beautiful to number 20. He's corralled a little bit, but good leg drive, and they should have an amazing attacking opportunity here. Great play at the breakdown, but he's deemed to have come from this. Oh, he's actually contacted the player without the ball. So it's a penalty against the Gauchos, 6 meters from their line, and we know what's coming next. There in the corner, you can see the Gaucho coaching staff. So look here, number 9, the ball is back behind his left wing. You know, credit to the number 9. He goes back on the chase to corral his opposite number. Good strong carry by number 20, who's coming off the bench for the Bruins. You know, good possession here, good attacking opportunity. He plays the halfback, which you're not allowed to do, and the result is a penalty. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we know what we're going to see here. Forward pod sets up, nice carry, goes to ground, just puts the ball back. Very patient attack, looks as though we'll probably go into another pod here. There we go again with that number 18, another pod. Now we're looking to move the ball one more time. They're just bringing in the defenders every time. They should be able to move the ball out wide here. Number 23, good carry. 22 makes the tackle, but they're able to retain possession. Coming back to their forward pods, going the other way. Oh, loose hands there, results in a knock-on. Santa Barbara gets possession, breathes a sigh of relief, looking to clear their lines. Very, very dangerous pass there, trying to clear their lines. It is coming back for no advantage here, I believe. But once again, risky. If you look here, the ball out, the 10 tries this over the top pass. It's never going to happen. Really under pressure. The Bruin right wing almost elevates to get to it. But we do come back to the original infraction. So I believe it is going to be a Gaucho ball with another opportunity to strike for the Bruins about 5 meters out. But firstly, they have to put some pressure on this Gaucho defense. We're in the last minute of the match here. 92-0 to the UCLA Bruins over the Santa Barbara Gauchos. We've got another tight head there by the Bruins. Moves the ball out to the scrum half, going back to some of his forward runners. Looks like we're going to get another forward pod carry here. 5, 18 and 20 all lined up, looking to punch some holes in this defense. We've got another forward set up here. We've got 19, 21. We've got 13 and 20 out the back, looking for an opportunity here. Still being patient with this ball. Looks like we're going to go a little bit of a pick and jam here. Try and cause a little bit more damage before they make a decision about if they want to move the ball wide. Keeping it nice and tight as the clock ticks down to its zeros. Half a meter short right now, and the ball is knocked on there. Unfortunately, he tried to go a bridge too far for the Bruins, knocks it on, and possession will go to Santa Barbara. We're in the red as far as the clock goes, but the referee is the one who controls the final whistle, so there will be one more scrum opportunity for the Gauchos here. Let's see if they're able to create anything or if they're just happy with winning the scrum and putting the ball into touch. Strong scrum, able to move the ball out to the fly half. He gives us a little look, but again, the defensive coverage for the Bruins is very, very good. It looks like they get the man over the ball. Gauchos are able to maintain possession. We got a clearance kick, but it goes right to the middle of the field to a very shifty Bruins fullback who's still got a lot of legs under him. Looks for a bit of an offload. I think the ball goes forward in that offload. That should do it. Let's see if we hear the final whistle. And there we go, the final whistle from the referee, the man in the middle, and a very satisfying day here at Wallis Annenberg Stadium for the home team, the UCLA Bruins, who put 92 points on the board against just a fairly overmatched UC Santa Barbara Gauchos. So thank you to the Gauchos for traveling down from Santa Barbara. I hope they're able to regroup with Footy and the coaching staff this week for their next match. Congratulations to Harry Bennett and his team for a very, very creditable performance as they start to build into their season. And just as a reminder, final score 92-0 UCLA over Santa Barbara. This is Jeremy Ognall, happy to have been here providing the commentary. And once again, thanks to TVX Sports Video and all their staff for amazing rugby coverage. Best rugby coverage we get in this country, and it's a pleasure to be part of their team. I wish you all well. I wish you a great weekend. Have a great rest of your day, and look forward to talking to you again soon.